Okay, let me create a Ubuntu virtual machine. Then I will select a network. Security group, I will select all traffic. Launch instance. Successfully created Ubuntu Tomcat. So it's pending state. So let's wait. Once it's up and running, I'll try to create Tomcat server. So you have to use this documentation. Listen. You have to use this documentation. How to install Apache Tomcat and Ubuntu 18.04. I'll show you how we can install. Okay. So first step, we have to check whether we install Java or not. Okay. If you didn't install Java, you have to install Java. So for that, we have to use sudo apt install default SJDK. I'll copy this. I'll go to my Ubuntu virtual machine. Okay, it's up and running. I'll try to connect. Let me copy the public IP address first. Go to downloads, then CMD. Visible analo? Okay. SSH tag. What's the key name? What is the username? Ubuntu @public IP address. Yes. Yeah, successfully connected. So first we need to install Java. So how to check whether Java installed or not? Java minus version. And you can see that we didn't install Java, but so they're giving some suggestion. You can use this command to install Java. Okay. So I'll do one thing. So I will go with the proper documentation. So first you have to use sudo apt install default JDK. Copy this. Go to virtual machine and paste. Enter. Okay. Wait. Remove this. Enter. Then why? Yeah. So now it is installing Java on our Ubuntu system. So next step. So once you install Java, then you have to create one group. What is the command? Sudo group add Tomcat, right? Okay, I'll copy this command. So go to Jenkins server. Sorry, Tomcat server. So let it complete, then we'll do. Okay, successfully installed, and I want to confirm I successfully installed. What is the command? Java minus version. Okay, open JDK version 11.017 successfully installed. So now I need to create one group. So we can execute sudo group tomcat, enter. Successfully created group. So now I need to create one user, then I want to add the user into that particular group. Okay, I'll copy this. I'll go to my virtual machine and paste, enter. Successfully created one user, then that user added into that particular group. Okay. So then I will download Tomcat. So for that, click on official Apache Tomcat download, and this will be redirected to this page, and click on tar.gz file. I'll copy this link address. I'll go to my virtual machine. So before actually we have to change our directory cd temp. Okay, I'll copy this again. Go to virtual machine and paste. Copy this, paste. Now we have to execute curl space -o. Then whatever the link you got to install your Tomcat server, that you have to paste. I'll space curl -o. Then space tar.gz. I'll copy this link, paste, and successfully I downloaded that file, and you can see over here, right? Next command. Okay, so we have to extract that. I'll copy this, paste. Then I'll go to, okay, I will extract that. For that we can use this command, right? Copy this command, then go to your virtual machine again and paste. Wait. Okay, I'll do one thing. Actually, we have to install that word. 1 minute. Extract .gsu file. Let me copy this first. So I successfully extracted. Then I'll go to this link again. Then modify Tomcat user permission. So let's go to Tomcat directory. Paste. Then we can change the ownership. chown -rh tomcat /opd tomcat. Paste. So that also done. So next I will change the mode. Okay, ch mode permission. So here you can see that we have a executable. All executable file will be contained under bin directory. So we need to give execution permission. Okay, that's what I given. Ch mode plus x, then op tomcat bin star.sh. Paste. Enter. Sorry. So that also done. Then I will create system unit file. See, if you want to start your Tomcat server, we need to create systemd files. So for that we have to check whether we install Java or not. Again we can check sudo update Java alternative -l. So that is going to list all your alternative Javas. List. So we successfully installed Java 1.11.0. We already confirmed. So next we have to create one service file. Let's copy this. Enter. Okay. I'll go to this documentation again and copy and paste. Copy this, paste over here. That's fine. So Control O, enter Control X. So next I'll go to 7, exit the file. Next I will execute sudo systemctl daemon reload. Copy this, paste. Successfully reloaded. So now I will start my Tomcat server. Then I will check the status. So let's check the status. So you can see that Tomcat is active and running, right? So next we have to create a user. Okay, so we can leave this firewall option because I didn't create any firewall, right? So I'm not going to discuss about this firewall now. I'll go to my Tomcat server, then I will configure web management interface user. Okay, so first let me get the public IP address of Tomcat. I'll copy this. What is the port number of Tomcat? Port number 8080. Let's wait. And you can see that we are able to access Tomcat now, right? So here you can see that manager app and host manager. So if we click host manager, you can see that access denied. So we have to configure that. Okay. So what I will do, I will create a user, then I will add that user into Tomcat. So whenever you want to deploy any var or jar file, you don't need to log into through SSH. You don't need to log in through SSH. You can use host manager or manager app. Okay. So for that, I'll go to this link again, and first we have to go to this particular file, tomcat user.xml file. I'll go to this file, paste. So we need to remove all this content. I will click Alt then T. Then we have to copy this file. I'll copy this, then paste. And one thing you have to make ensure, see, if you're getting this and LT, you have to remove this file again, you have to copy and paste. Okay, I'll remove. So I'll copy this again and paste. Okay, so now it's okay. So provide your username. What's my username? Admin. And password you can choose whatever you want. I will choose admin only. Admin. Control O, enter, Control X. Next, configure remote access. Fine. So first we have to go to this file. I'll go to this file. Paste. Enter. Okay. So then we have to comment these two lanes. You can see that we have a wall. So we have to comment this lane. For that you have to use less than, exclamation mark, then 2 hyphen. The same you have to use hyphen hyphen, then this greater than. Okay, now successfully we commented this lane. Control A, Control Enter, Control X. So successfully we done that. Second step. Okay, now we have to go to host manager file and we have to do the same. I'll go to my server again. ls, go to cd, web apps, cd host manager, then meta info. So I'll copy this, nano, enter, and I'll comment the same lane again. Okay, what is the command? Less than, exclamation, then minus minus. Minus minus, then greater than. Successfully commented. Control O, enter, Control X. Okay. Next, okay, that's it. Okay. So now I'll go to my Tomcat server again. Then I will try to start. Refresh. So click on host manager. Still I'm getting red. I'll restart my server. Then I will try. systemctl, restart, Tomcat. Successfully restarted. I'll go to my Tomcat server, then I will try. Wait. ഏതോ സ്റ്റെപ്പ് വിട്ടല്ലോ, കുറച്ച് ലോങ് പ്രോസസ് അല്ലേ. ഒരു മിനിറ്റ്, ഏതൊരു സ്റ്റെപ്പ് വിട്ടാൻ തോന്നാ സമയം വർക്ക് ചെയ്ത്. So 1 minute, let me check what is there. Oh. Admin. എന്താണ് Restart Tomcat. So let's try once again. So now you can see that we have an option to enter password, right? I'll put admin. So successfully we logged into Tomcat server. See, if you want to deploy any file, so you can deploy by using web apps. Okay, manager app. So I'll specify admin. See, so you can provide your context path and var file name and deploy. You can select your file from your local system itself. Choose a file. So then I will select the file from my local system. Then I can deploy the file in Tomcat server. Okay. So now we have a username and password, right? So the same username and password we will use to connect our Jenkins and Tomcat server. Okay, we will not use SSH authentication key. So if we use that, so someone got the key, username and password, then we will create some security compromise over there. Okay, the hacker can access our server and he can do whatever he wants. He can collapse our server as well. Okay, any doubt?